Hello everybody, this is your girl Misty Dawn, and you and I turned on the wipers, are headed to my counseling appointment. Yes, we are. You're going to see a little bit of steering wheel because I'm trying to drive and do this, and I tried to get it on the mirror, but it didn't quite work. So I have you on the turn signal. I'm going to fix my mirror, it's a little weird. Okay. So for this being the first driving and talking video, it might be more audio than you see visual. And I'm going to try to make it where you can see me a little bit. I don't know. It's weird. Oh, goodness. So anyways, this is my counseling appointment. And today, we are going to be going through some trauma. Yay me! Because I have daddy issues. And maybe that's why I like all these older men and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with liking older men. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's not showing anything but steering wheel. So, let's bring you up here and see what we can't do. I have this little Gorilla Pod thing that Robert and Amber have. And they let me borrow it so that I could talk and drive. So, maybe I'll just do this. Who knows? And just hold it. So anyways, I have like some severe daddy issues. And we're getting to the fact that a lot of my issues that I do have stem back to my dad. That's fine. I'm all into the psycho babble bullshit because I took psychology. I want to be a funeral director, to be honest with you. I really, really, really want to be a funeral director. And yes, you're saying that's morbid and terrible, but you have to have a bachelor's degree in something. Anything. It can be twiddling your thumbs. You can have a bachelor's degree. As long as you have a bachelor's degree in something. Oh, you're on the steering wheel. That's much better. Okay, so maybe not. Oh, you got a big twirl around. There you go. So anyways, long story short, to get into mortuary science school, you have to have a bachelor's. So I decided to take psychology. I'd like to go back to school and finish my bachelor's so I can get into mortuary science school. Even if all I ever do is my apprenticeship for embalming, this chick wants to be a funeral director and have my license. I want to have LED, licensed embalmer, LEFD, licensed embalmer and funeral director by my name. So that when I do die, they can say she followed her dreams no matter how old she is. I can be 102 and still follow my dreams. You know what I mean? I don't think you're ever too old to follow your dreams. Well, anyways, I got sidetracked. So, we're in counseling and we're getting to all of these things that go with me. And we're finding out that a lot of my things stem back to my father because he wasn't a very nice person. He was nice to people and he had a lot of friends, but he had this temper and stuff, and we're finding that he had some mental issues of his own. I don't mince any words. I've been diagnosed as bipolar, but I take my medicine and I keep it under control. So here's this little story about everything. We have to go through traumas to grieve them. And to figure out why I avoid them. Because, like, she asked me how I felt about certain things. And I said, you know, the things that my dad did, he did them. You can't change it. Past is the past is the past. But, she goes, well, how did you feel about it? Were you sad? Were you mad? Were you angry? Did you feel rage? It's like I was offended. She's like, offended? That's it? Offended? I'm like, yeah, offended. Offended. So, she's like, okay, offended is very mild. Because I've had some really hard things happen in my life. Offended is pretty mild compared to what I've been through. Offended is very mild compared to what I've been through. So, I had to write out the first time that I was quote unquote offended. And you know what? It wasn't anything he really did straight to me. He actually did it to my mom, which is weird. But we're going to get to the bottom of that today, which I'm glad of, because we need to. It's going to be like this 12-week long thing, and hopefully I'll come out better on the other side. And also, being in therapy, it also helps, because it's going to help me be better when I do go back to school to get my bachelor's. Because I'm not too far off from my bachelor's. I did, almost all. I was almost halfway through with my bachelor's. So my plan is to go back and get that done. So, because I really do want to make something of my life. I'm stoked. I'm ready. I have good days and bad, just like everybody else. So, I mean, who doesn't? I have days where I feel pretty, and days where I feel ugly, and days where I feel like I'm fat. And of course I'm fat. I haven't been as active as I used to be. And days where I'm heartbroken, sad, and I'm not gonna lie, I gave a whole lot to Brian. And I miss him. He was my friend. I considered him my friend from childhood. And to be in contact with him was awesome. But he is a lot like my dad. So maybe that's why I was drawn to him. You know, they say every little girl grows up and marries their father. Too bad my father wasn't like, I don't know, whoever some really great guy is, like, I don't know, Jesus. I'm just saying. But, que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Because that's just how life goes. That's what my mama used to say. She used to sing that song to me all the time. I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? This is what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Yeah. So, in any event, now we're at a stoplight, which is good. Because I think that this thing being on the steering wheel is probably not a good idea. Because it's like going everywhere. I think I'll just hold it. But having something to hold is a lot easier. I probably should have it on the mirror, but having it on the mirror is like kind of hard. Oh, good. Anyway, people. So, I go to my appointment. I'm trying to like get better because I want to be better. I want to always be a better me. And that's the whole kit and caboodle of everything. Is I always want to be a better me. I don't ever want to be a me that is not good. I don't want to be a violent me. I don't want to be a moody me. Which reminds me, I've been moody, got dry skin, all irritable and crazy and weird. And it hurts my thyroid. Can you believe that? It's my thyroid. I'm like, what? Doctor calls me the other day or yesterday and says, oh, your thyroid's 5.1. Normal's 0.4. I'm like, what? Okay. So we're going to get that fixed. It'll be fine. No big deal. It'll be fine. But I'm always striving to be a better me. Always. And today is like a really nice day. So maybe I'll take a walk. Who knows? I might take a walk. I have all these things that I do. It's like I do all these amazing things, but I can't do it for myself. I do it for other people, but I can't do it for myself. And I know you think I'm just kind of rambling, which I probably am kind of rambling. But I'm having a good time. I love to drive. And I love the fact that I have viewers. Actually, I'm up to 9 viewers now. Yay! I need one more viewer to make 10. So please share and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And definitely tell your friends, because the more viewers the better, because I am stoked for viewers, because I'll have 10 subscribers then on my YouTube channel, which I'm very excited about, because Moments with Misty is, I just really do Moments with Misty for me. It's kind of like my diary. It's kind of like my daily diary. And I do the candid conversations because people need to have these candid conversations, because not a lot of people will talk about such taboo things. They just won't. And they won't be open about it either, because they can't. Or they feel that they can't be open about different things because of religion or anything else. I mean, even mental illness, therapy, homosexuality, living in the ghetto. Some people are like, oh, they're like, hey, let's go back to your place. Oh, no, oh, it's just messy. And they won't admit where they live because they're in the ghetto and they're, like, ashamed. Because maybe they grew up in Woodland or something. And they don't want to admit that they live in Little K. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. I've lived in the ghetto my whole life. Now, I think I'm a rich bitch because I live over in Lexington. But I always said I'd live in Lexington. And I got there. It may have taken 10 years, but I got there. And I'm staying. Not going nowheres. Heck no. And I know that I did a blog not too long ago where I was having a really low night. And I was talking about how my faith is hanging on by a thread. My faith is very weak because of the fact that I'm like reading things and it seems contradictory. And then I listen to different preachers and stuff. And I know I should be calling my bishop and first lady. And I know I need to go to church and listen to them too. I guess I'm just in between a rock and a hard place right now. For one, I don't have the gas money to go back and forth to church, even though I would love to. Two, I'm one of those people who, again, and I'm the one to talk, I don't want to ask everybody for a ride or whatnot because I know how hard it is. Everybody else has got money issues like I got money issues. Everybody else has got issues like I do. They don't have money to come all the way to Lexington to get me and then backtrack and go all the way back to Crestline to go to church and then come back to Lexington to bring me home. They just don't. So, for me to ask for a ride is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And then when I'm there, I'm all in the moment and I feel like I really am doing what I need to do and I try to get right with God and I don't know. It gets a little dicey. I'm just saying. And I don't know whether it's because my head hurts so bad all the time anymore or whether it's because I've just given up. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? What makes you falter in your faith? I think the one thing that made me start to question, and this is months and months and months ago before I ever moved to Lexington, was when Bishop and Minister Lance were preaching and said, you can do all this amazing stuff in Christ's name, in the name of God, and you can live the right life, walk the walk, talk the talk, pray every day, be in your word, do everything you're supposed to do. And then when you get to heaven, God will be like, I don't know you. You better get on out of here. I don't have a relationship with you. I don't know who you are. You're nobody to me. And I started to falter. Because I thought, really? Seriously? You can do all this amazing stuff and do it all in the name of God and be completely devout and then go to heaven and Jesus go, I don't know who you are. And you can say, but God, I did all of this in your name. And I prayed to you every night, and I went to church every day. And I did exactly what the Bible said every day of the week and twice on Sunday. And you're shunning me? You don't know who I am? To me, that's some old bullshit. If I'm gonna, give my whole entire life to God, and then he's still going to not know who I am, that to me is awful. And that's where the foundation cracked for me. That's exactly where the foundation cracked for me. Because to me, that is like, why even try? It's like my, it's like my little sweethearts, Robert and Amber. Robert's very picky. He is extremely picky. He is one of those people that are, it's his way or no way. He really wants everything that he wants, and that's that. And it has to be a certain way. Otherwise, he won't do it. He'll throw it away. He'll throw it down. He won't. If he gets frustrated, that's the end of it. He says it goes, that's it. But that's just the way he's always been. So sometimes I get frustrated and I'm just like, why even try? I don't even want to try. Forget about it. And there's no place to park here. So I don't. And I know that's mean. That's really kind of mean, but... And I talked to him about it. And he said that he doesn't mean it that way. But sometimes that's just the way that it has to be. For him. Not for me. For him. So, I say, okay. That's what I'll do. I get it. Even though I don't want to get it. Because I think it's a bunch of crap. You know, he should compromise. But to me, it's like, it's the same concept. If you're going to do all of this stuff for God, and then he's going to say, no, I don't know you, that to me is 7 different kinds of wrong. I'm just saying. Because why would you even try then, knowing that he's not going to let you in the kingdom of heaven, even though you were devout and there for him and did everything he asked, did his will according to what you believed was his will, and it was all according to the Bible standards, the 10 Commandments, the whole 9. You know, what do you do? What do you do? It's one of those things, I think. And you don't know what to do. And you feel awful about it. Just awful. So, with that, it's like a catch-22. So that's when my whole entire foundation started to falter. Because I thought, if you can do all this and still be shunned when you die and you are at the gates of heaven, nope. Why try? Kind of like with Robert. Why try? On those days where he just can't be pleased, why try? So we're here at my appointment. And it's all well and good, but there is absolutely no place to park. You can't park up in the upward parking lot. You can't park in the downward parking lot. And now I'm sitting in the Med Central parking lot across the street. And I don't know what else to do, but I'm going to have to just wing it, I guess. And I got a headache coming. And I got to go to the bathroom. Go figure. But, so, that was kind of a crazy little thing there. Just driving and talking. First time's always a charm, huh? So I'm going to go in there with my little notepad. See? I got all kinds of stickers on it. It came out kind of goofy. But it's mine. And it's goofy like me. In any event. And I am going to go through this and hopefully it will be okay. And everything will be just fine. Because I need it to be just fine. Because if it's not just fine, then I guess I'm going to have some issues. I don't know. So there you go. So with that, I will bid you adieu until I get out. And I hope that you liked this vlog because it was definitely interesting and you got some definite different views. So until then, mwah, goodbye my darlings.